We're back again with James Lanthier, the CEO of Mindset Pharma, to discuss some updates in their recent innovations in the psychedelic space. So, just as a refresher for us, James, can you give us a brief background on what Mindset Pharma does and also what have you been up to in the last couple of years in psychedelics?
So Mindset is a biotechnology company um, focused on developing solutions for the medical psychedelic market. And we have two areas specifically that we're focused on. One is on designing and developing what we call next generation psychedelic drugs. So drugs that are that aim to improve on the benefits of some of those classic drugs that have been so much in the news recently, like psilocybin and MDMA and so on. The other area that we're focused on is a synthesis process that we developed that we believe can be used to synthesize psilocybin at a very advantageous cost and scale.
So, you've had some great news. You've recently made some great strides in your IV testing and translating that into animal testing. So, can you give us some insights into your progress thus far?
We've synthesized 75 different new drug compounds to date, and we've led them through a series of tests in what you call in vitro testing in a lab environment and dishes, and now into some animal testing and screening. So that's what you call in vivo testing. And we're seeing an exceptionally high success rate of the compounds that we've moved into our in vivo testing. So actually 15 of the 19 compounds that we have moved into our in vivo testing have had a positive result in our animal testing. And that's really an exceptionally high rate of success for a new drug design program.
Yes, that is a high rate. So, looking at your drug design program and more specifically at your animal testing, can you give us a description of what your progress has been on that front?
What we've done since the beginning is let the science and the data really guide our development approaches. So we started with a number of different drug design strategies that we thought that our scientists thought could yield some improvements over the classic drugs. And then we've let the data drive our decision making. So we've been able to really classify these compounds and group them into these different families according to we think their potential use cases. And this has taken us to a really exciting place. And I think what's really important about this from a mindset in competitive standpoint is when we look around the rest of the psychedelic space, we really don't see many groups with this level of data around this broad a portfolio of qualified, patent pending, next generation psychedelic drugs. It really puts Mindset in a really unique position in the industry.
You've definitely given us a great background and given us some key elements of your drug design program.
Well, thank you very much for having me. Again, it's always a pleasure.